My bad decision is one that I repeatedly make. It's just a little bit more, always wanting just a little bit more of whatever it is. So it was a normal school day. I teach school. And at this time, I was teaching 8th grade science at Northeastern Middle School. And I used to love to stop at Rocky Ridge County Park on the way home and do a little mountain biking. And this day, I had a brand new bike. It was in October. And I've not really given it a good riding yet. So I stopped at Rocky Ridge and I'm all excited. And it was cool and misty, perfect day to be riding mountain bike after a day working. So I get on and I'm riding. And it's just one of those days where everything's just flowing like water running down a hill. It was effortless and things were just going right. And I'm loving the new bike. And I put in the distance that I normally ride. And I'm thinking just a little bit more. It wasn't quite dark yet. I could get a couple more miles in. So I did. Bad decision. Now, the thing with my bad decisions is that they're always compounded with other bad decisions. Creates a synergistic effect, so to say. So I'm riding and things are flowing just like they were. Yeah, I was a little tired and probably should have stopped. And it was wet, misty, a little foggy. And I'm riding on a trail that I have ridden so many times, I think I could do it with my eyes closed. I went over a log that I've been going over I don't know how many times. And then all of a sudden, things got out of control. And my senses became hyper acute when things are going wrong. And I entered that time, space, slowdown area. And things were moving fast, but they were moving slow. And I was taking in everything. I lost control of my bike. I couldn't get it to change direction. I was headed straight for a tree. And I saw that tree coming. I remember I saw the bark plain as day. It was a shagbark hickory, about 6 inches in diameter, way bigger than I was going to run over. Bam! It stopped me dead. I was down on the ground. Now we're supposed to tell the story as we remember it. Problem is, for about the next 10 minutes, I don't remember anything. I had to rely on the Northeastern High School cross-country team they just happened to be there running and found me. Many of them were my former students, and I'm out cold. At least they told me that, and I believe them. And they told me they got me up. And of course, I said something like, "Oh, I'm okay." And I fell right back down to the ground. Again, I'm going on what they told me. I don't remember this. But I know they got me up again. And they didn't say anything, but I could feel it. It felt like somebody had put about 3/4 of an apple underneath my cheek. And it was starting to swell out already. I had a helmet on. The problem is I didn't hit the tree with my head. I hit it with my face right here. So I got up and they walked me out to my car. Now, the nice thing about Rocky Ridge County Park is that you're usually always close to your car. I was only about a mile from the car. So we walked out and I remember I wanted to get back on my bike and ride, and they suggested that I probably should just keep walking, which is pretty good because I was pretty wobbly and woozy yet. So we walk out to the car. I load my bike onto the car. Bad decision number 2. I'd been in this habit when I was done mountain biking of calling Kim the wife and messing with her and telling her I broke my arm, I broke my pelvis, I broke my leg, So I called her and said, "Hey, I'm just giving you a heads up when I get home. I hit a tree on my bike." She did not believe me. I'm like, seriously, I did. She didn't buy it. So I get in the car to drive home, and my former students, cross-country runners, did not want to let me drive. I should have listened to them. Another bad idea. We're starting to generate this synergistic effect. I'm sure that I would have been legally drunk, but what I call bike drunk from hitting a tree. um, because I wasn't actually drunk. Well, but I was definitely impaired. I did make it home. I get home and Kim, the wife, sees me. Another bad decision. Why didn't I go directly to the hospital? So off we went to the hospital. I was okay, no concussion, no broken bones or anything like that. But I had that 3/4 of an apple stuffed under my cheek, and it looked horrible. I wouldn't let anybody take pictures of me. Um, so I'm okay, but it brings me to another bad decision. I was told to practice a little moderation by one of my mentors, my wrestling coach in high school, instead of always trying to do just a little more. So that was my bad decision. Many of them.